Hello again, and welcome to another episode, but not just any episode of the Fun Fans Podcast. This is a season finale. I'm your host, James Dillard. With me, as always, my co-host, Bailey Jackson. How you doing, Bailey?
I'm good. A post-Christmas hangover here, getting all the stuff put up.
You can't put them away. I mean, that's a big argument, right? How fast you put your Christmas decorations away. But some people, I saw a post where they were like, I can't believe Christmas is 364 days away and they already have their lights up. Anyway, we have a great show for you tonight. It's a Stranger Games show. We don't have any Demogorgons, if I said that right, on our show, but we are a little upside down every once in a while. We're going to discuss Clemson's loss to Penn State, of course, the strangest bowl games. We're going to give a list of some strange bowl games, the CFP, that stands for College Football Playoff, and some Clemson basketball. But first, the Fun Fans are a proud part of Greenville Sports Media Podcasting Network. If you're a true sports fan, Greenville Sports Media is perfect for you. Find various nationwide podcasts, the latest articles, and other sports media at greenvillesportsmedia.com, who can also be found on all forms of social media, just like the Fun Fans. The Fun Fans Podcast is the official podcast for Clemson fans.
Yeah, and if you want some great food, sports, spirits, or catering for your New Year's Eve party, check out Reuben's. There are two locations, 1083 Batesville Road in Greer or 11028 Anderson Road in Piedmont, or you can check out their website. It's ReubensThenTheSea.com, ReubensC.com. Reuben's is simply a great place to eat for all sports fans.
Reuben's C, and they are having some special New Year's Eve party event items at the restaurant. So
I don't remember the last New Year's Eve I saw midnight. It's been a few years.
It's been a minute. Sometimes if you can get a little 20-minute power nap, can make it to midnight.
That's right in the middle of my first extended nap of the evening.
Yeah. So I think we usually catch it every time, see the ball drop and all that stuff. But it's definitely not as easy as it used to be. And we're definitely partaking from the living room for the most part. So
in your PJs.
Yeah. So that's coming up this week. But this past week was Christmas. Bailey, was Santa Claus, were you a good boy this year? Was Santa Claus good to you?
I must have been. So everybody else at my house was pretty good too, evidently. Got a new tailgate tent ready for 2026 football season. It's now orange and it has sidewalls if we need them.
Look out. See, we've already, we're one day after you end the 2025 season of tailgating. It's time to start preparing. We don't get in the weight room. We get in the Dick's Sporting Goods, website or wherever we need to get to, the camping, the Bass Pro Shop, tailgating. We got all off season to step it up from professional tailgaters to elite tailgaters by next year.
I will tell you this. I also saw I have those solar speakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're in pretty bad shape because they're a couple years old and they stay out by the pool all summer, and we haul them to Clemson. And it's great because they're powered by the sun, right? Well, I saw a guy on Instagram. He converted a cooler and took two of those and converted it into a solar panel powered cooler speaker. So we're going to have that for next year. I'm getting ready to start working on that this week.
Nice.
Do a little conversion.
Well, we'll probably I'll work on stepping up our TV game a little bit. Maybe we won't have to put screws in and hanger wires at the last minute to get a TV, and maybe we'll actually have a mount and everything like that. But I got this shirt. I got a shirt. I got some Clemson socks, and you can hardly see it, but I sent Bailey a picture of the socks. That says Clemson Avenue. I'm at a bad angle. I got to get my stuff back. I got to get my background arranged a little better. But my Grayson's boyfriend, Caleb, you met Caleb. He gave me a Clemson Avenue
Dale
like
Earnhardt
2 weeks'
Jr.
time. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So that was very good. Yeah, it was a very good Christmas here at the Dillard house as well. We're blessed beyond measure for sure. Don't deserve it. All right. But,
Hey, wait a minute. So I went to New Year's Eve service, and this is going to be my motto for 26: joy, Jesus, others, and yourself.
That's pretty good.
That was the children's time.
That's the best message.
It is, and it's easy to remember, and it's easy to
easy
follow.
to
It's not easy to follow, but if you
Yeah.
can put everyone else before yourself, you'll have a very Merry Christmas.
That's right. That's very good. Joy, others, and then yourself in that order. That's
hard
words to live by. That'll go over well at work, school, the playground, and the tailgate.
That's right.
All right. So speaking of some other things that came up this is big right now, Bailey, is the Stranger Things. Are you and your family, or anybody in your family, are y'all Stranger Things fans?
No, because it's science fiction. I like, now I am a Game of Thrones enthusiast. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's somewhat historical, but it's also a little bit of fantasy. I'll go a little fantasy on you, but that all that Stranger Things stuff, the 5 point, the thing that you mentioned in the opening, the devil reincarnate. I'm not watching. I don't watch Stranger Things.
It is a little bit over the top for sure, but my kids they've gotten me into it. So, just going to say it's going to be a battle. The big launch was not a launch, but I guess it is. They're holding off on the grand finale, the season finale, which is supposed to be like the final season, 5th season, a 2-hour season finale on New Year's Eve. So it could be a battle at my house between the Stranger Things finale and I think that's Ohio State Miami football game, where we could have 2 screens going, just like a.
Well, I will tell you, the best thing to do would be watch Stranger Things and then skip all the commercials in the football game.
That'd be good. Probably going to watch Stranger Things and just have the football on mute.
Yep, good idea.
We'll see how that goes, so we'll see. That's New Year's Eve. What about this past whatever day? Well, it was Saturday. Did you do anything special to watch the game?
Not really.
Yeah.
I made some buffalo chicken dip.
So I was my father-in-law was coming out of the hospital, and he's a big football fan, and my wife and I were spending some time with him over in the Rock Hill area. So I took a picture. Oh, here we go. So there's we were saved. Now I'm gonna tell you, the day before, the TVs in this place were like just staticky, like bad. We were watching some games and you could barely see what was going on. And I was a little worried, but for some reason, somehow a Christmas miracle or whatever, the next day, Saturday rolled around and the TV was clear. So, and you can see the oxygen tank there. So we were in his room, and me and my wife and him, and like I say, he loves football. And he's a Gamecock fan, but he pulled, after years and years and years of having me as a son-in-law, I think maybe he pulls for Clemson every once in a while. But
well, he didn't have much choice. They didn't have a game.
They didn't have a game. And he did good. He did better. Probably pulled for him as much as he could when it comes to the game. Now, so we'll talk about the game. We didn't do a whole lot special other than watch it. But just some real quick points about the game. Number one, not happy about it, but I predicted that we would have a double-digit loss. But here's why. This was my theory. Whether this was why or not, who knows. But you've heard me say many, many times, anybody's watched the show, I put a lot of emphasis on the emotion of the kids that are playing. Okay. That's an intangible thing that means a lot. And you know that as a coach, I know that as a coach. And I think that's the same for college and, maybe not as much, but I think it's also a thing for pros. But I really felt like the Penn State players, they had more to play, and not just at the game. Everybody wants to play good at the game. You know this. You got kids that you got to convince them to work hard at practice. They'll always play hard, but they're not going to play well unless they practice hard. But these kids, in my opinion, at Penn State had some incentive much higher than the Clemson players because of the transition of coaches that's going on. They're trying to impress the coach coming in, or they're trying to impress people when they jump into the portal. And it's not just – Clemson's got kids like that as well, but not nearly as – Penn State was like the whole team. They're hitting the reset button on their team, and those kids – agents and other people telling them, look, you need to get after it. You need to be getting after it, getting ready and playing hard. And I just think that was going to be enough to give them the victory. And plus it's a bowl game nowadays. So I don't know. I look at bowl games as off-season scrimmages personally.
Well,
I'm not putting a lot of weight in any of the bowl games except the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, was I super upset? No.
No.
Because you have three defensive players, first team or first round NFL draft picks that opt out. Woodaz gets hurt making a tackle on the North Sellers to save the game in Columbia, so he's out. Whit and I were going, who is that guy?
Yeah.
And actually, and I forget his name, number 50, the linebacker. He played pretty good. Why has he not been playing? Why has he not been playing? So, I understand what you're saying. Plus, it feels like it's 17 degrees. Let's be honest. Some of Clemson's players have probably never even been in snow. Maybe some of them.
Maybe
it snowed 8 inches the day before. And it's freezing cold.
Yeah,
and they're playing in a baseball stadium.
Yeah, like I say, I just think Clemson players, and I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying that those kids got out there, the ones that dressed out and played. I'm sure they, in their minds,
or why don't we catch the football?
And that had to have something to do with the cold, but that also could be something to do with their mentality and their focus. Penn State dropped some balls, and Penn State they had more trouble with the slipping and sliding on the field, it seemed, than we did. So both teams kind of fell to the weather.
I've said this on this show before. We don't talk enough. The media does not talk enough about the importance of Antonio Williams and Clemson. When he was out this year, they struggled. When he came back, they didn't struggle as much. He was not there Saturday. He was the man on offense, and he was out last year. So, and he's a potential first rounder. So if you go back and look at the games he didn't play, that's when Clemson truly had issues, because Tyler Brown's filling in for him, and he did that 2 years ago and played better, but he wasn't catching the ball when it was 17 degrees.
Yeah.
There were 3 huge drops in that game.
I agree. But I'm definitely, and no matter who's opting out and all the other variables, the way bowl games are now, and I don't like it. I'm going to be honest. I still don't like it, but it's still a game. I'm still going to watch. I've watched tons of bowl games, and I still enjoy watching them, especially if they're close, because there's still college football. Kids that are on the field are out there getting after it. But I look at them as off-season scrimmages, and I'm not going to put a lot of stock. The people are going crazy about coaching changes and all this mess. That's just mess, especially based on any one game, first of all. And I know we have a whole season. That game looked just like our season. So really it didn't surprise me any. But I'm not going to put any more – I'm not going to change my opinion about the staff after this season based on that one game.
Somebody put on Twitter, I've had enough. Dabo has lost his edge, yada, yada, yada. Did we not make the college football playoff last year?
Just a year ago.
Yes, last year.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so come on.
I think that's a little bit out of hand now. I was saying during the season, we can get into that later, but the there does need to be, obviously, I mean, there's going to be changes. There's changes every year. Every coach does it every year. Every organization does it every year. They go back and they reflect and they try to get better. And we know Dabo's going to do the same thing.
And we're going to see how the portal looks this year, because it opens up next week.
I think we'll see. We've seen a little more portal year by year, and that's based on the way Dabo has built the team. It makes sense because the players he's brought in, he's only needed 1 or 2, then 2 or 3. Next time it'll be 3 or 4, whatever. And plus, you're not supposed to have contact. Dabo's not going to break the rules. I mean, maybe some people would disagree. I think Dabo is a man of his word and all that kind of stuff. And you're not supposed to be contacting kids yet, even though we know a ton of them are. And by the time the portal opens, the best ones will probably already be committed somewhere because of somebody cheated. And I don't know, that if there's anything that's going to be the downfall of Dabo's way of doing things is him. But eventually they're going to tighten in the reins on these rules again too. But so that's a whole nother conversation. But I will say this. Think about this. People want to fire the coordinators. You got 2 coordinators that were very successful coaches before they came to Clemson. They don't all of a sudden not become good coaches. So if there's people, there might be some folks on the staff that need to be shifted around or changed or whatever. But honestly, I don't think it's either one of the coordinators, and I definitely don't think it's Dabo. So anyway.
Well, it just blows my mind.
Yeah. It's crazy. We'll see. We shall see. All right. Enough about football and stuff. It's a good trip. Another thing, I've had some people, some friends of ours, they were talking about, well, I'm glad I didn't go. I'm glad I didn't spend the money to go. And I'm like, well, when you go to a bowl game, you go for the experience anyway. I learned a long time ago, if I'm going to drop however much money to go to an away game, a bowl trip especially, we're going for the experience. We're not going, New York at Christmas. I mean, come on. Yankee Stadium, that would have been an awesome, the snow, that would have been an awesome experience. The game is it's just a game, and it's a bowl game. It's an off-season scrimmage. But
we talked about it, and we would have spent either we would have had to pack a whole suitcase and checked it full of just winter coats and stuff. Because think about it. We're not prepared for that. Like, we go to a football game and it's 30 to 38 degrees in Charlotte last year kickoff, and we're all freezing. Yeah. It felt like 17 Saturday in New York.
We would have.
We wouldn't have been able to handle it.
It would have been shock and awe. But either way, I still would have had, we went last year, my brother and I, to the game in Texas, and that was great. We lost. But that experience going to a game, I've never been to Austin. I've never been to a game on their stadium, on their campus. It was just a really cool experience. So anyway, I think it would have been fun to go either way. Hope to get back on the road for some road games coming up soon. Going to road games are pretty cool. But I am glad. I want to just point out this one thing just because it's just the way I feel. I'm glad I saw on social media they took the players to the 9/11 memorial. Have you ever been to New York?
No.
All right. So if you go, you got to go to the 9/11 memorial. I mean, it's just one of those things. It's one of those crazy, unfortunate events that happened to our country. And you can tell, especially kids, college age kids were born after it happened. And we've talked about this as educators, when we bring it up in high school now, it's beyond their time frame, and just talking about it and watching it on a video or something is one thing. When you go down there and you hear some personal stories and you see that stuff, it really hits home. So I'm glad they took the players there. I think that's the number one thing to see if you ever go to New York City.
And as I used to tell my history students, look, my grandmother remembered exactly where she was and what she was doing when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. My parents knew exactly where they were when Kennedy got shot. I know exactly where I was when planes started flying into buildings. It's just something that you'll never forget. And unfortunately, those things happen. But yeah, you're right. Now, our head football coach at Clover was in New York. His family, that's 2 years in a row. That's their Christmas. They go to New York, spend 4 or 5 days, have a good time, do all the sites. And he actually ran into Clemson and talked to Kyle Richardson for a while they were up there. And, so it was neat that he called me and said, "Hey man, I just ran into Kyle Richardson and, the team and all that good stuff." And they got to go to the New York Stock Exchange and ring the opening bell and do stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fun. All right, so in honor of the bowl games and the Stranger Things finale, the fun thing is we're going to come up with a list. We got a list of the strangest bowl games or strange things, I guess you could say, about bowl games. Number one on the list is the Snoop Dogg Bowl. That's hilarious and awesome.
Did you see him catch the kickoff?
That's yes.
That game was on the CW, right?
Yeah.
It was Tom awesome. Brenneman and Wes Durham was on the sideline. He's from Charlotte. He's on the radio in Charlotte. He's a CW sideline guy. Well, he's standing there with Snoop when he goes and catches the kickoff.
Yeah.
Pretty athletic move.
It was a clean catch. I saw the replay for sure. But you got to admit, the fact that Snoop Dogg has a bowl and added to it that he caught a kickoff in his own bowl, that's pretty strange.
Before you go, I got another one. All
right, let's
the Go Bowling Military Bowl. All right. So double sponsored by the military and GoBowling.com. In the hour that I watched ECU play Pittsburgh before Clemson came on, I counted 18 Go Bowling commercials.
What is
Go
Go Bowling?
Go Bowling.
That's just a bowling alley?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to one of the 3,400 certified something bowling alleys in America. 3,400 in the whole United States.
And is there one anywhere close to us?
That's just an odd marriage between Go Bowling and the military.
Hey.
But it was, yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's a good one. I got the Wasabi Fenway Bowl, and the strange thing about that was the butt whooping. Speaking of military, the butt whooping that Army put on UConn. To me that was strange. UConn, they had done fairly well this season, and Army's a good team, but man, I don't remember the score, but I think it beat them by 30, 40 points.
Well, Army was a favorite in that game. But yeah, that bowl game is at a baseball stadium where both teams share the same sideline.
Yeah.
We're reaching.
That's strange. It's getting strange. You got another one, or you want me to go back to my list?
No, go ahead.
Next on my list is the ACC as a whole. Facepalm emoji.
Well, it started out 3-0.
Well, just how many times the ACC tiebreaker came up this, on the commentary and stuff. Just it's strange. It's a strange time in a strange place in a strange conference.
I will say this: the Frisco Scooters Coffee Bowl.
Yeah,
hits home. We got a new Scooters in Clover.
All right.
Yep, right beside the school.
Cool.
I could walk the Scooters. I could walk through the drive-through.
There you go.
Favorite thing about Scooters? We have your order, sir. Scoot on around. We'll take care of you.
Hey, they're all over the place around here. All right, last one. And we love this bowl. And the self-proclaimed America's National Championship is the Pop-Tarts Bowl. But you got to admit that it's strange how they sacrifice the live mascots as part of the trophy ceremony.
Did you see the sprinkles on their helmets?
Look,
so the middle stripe of every player's helmet had sprinkles on it, and so were the sidelines.
Well,
and actually, that was one of the and the flags.
The flags,
and that was one of the best games. Actually,
it was a great game.
Yep.
Another L for the ACC, but whatever. But so I did some digging. And long story short, a couple of years ago, Kellogg split, and there's two other parent companies now, and there's a cereal division and there's a snack division, or something. And because I'm wondering, I'm like, they really are pushing some Pop-Tarts. They're putting some time, effort, money, and energy, and they really are. So since this other company acquired, it's the same folks that own Cheez-It. They're into the bowl stuff, and there's already the Tony the Tiger, but they're all in, they love a bowl game, but they're pushing for the Pop-Tart, the pastry, to not just be a breakfast pastry, but to be a snack. Anytime snack.
Oh, it is at my house.
So they're doing a great job with the marketing with the Pop-Tarts Bowl, and but it's definitely strange that how they sacrifice and they're keeping it going just like any series on Netflix. Did you see how was it the strawberry or the cherry or the one in the middle jumped off the back, and then when it came out at the bottom, you hadn't seen the last of Mr. Cherry or whatever?
It looked like he fell off the back of it, but there was a pad.
Yeah. So the teaser, so they got it going on. The marketing department gets the Fun Fans award of the bowl season.
I woke up this morning feeling the cheesiest.
Yeah. All right. So very good. And there's more football to come. We can't wait. But real quick, Bailey, let's talk about basketball. You got an update for Clemson basketball?
Yeah, it's the same as last week. They're outside the top 25, safely in the tournament right now. Long way to go. ACC play starts the 31st at Syracuse.
Okay.
So
need to watch that too.
We'll get to watch that on the TV. But yeah, they're shout out to the women's team. They set a school record and in ACC record this week in their win at Chicago State. They hit 21 3-pointers.
Wow.
Sounds like a team
That's a lot.
I want to be on.
Yeah. That's how you play when you and Glenn Reese.
Yep.
And my brother. All at the same time. Well, very good. So we'll look forward to that New Year's Eve as well. We hope you enjoyed the season finale of the Fun Fans podcast, but we will be back next season. It's not a Sunday, but I'm thinking the day after the games, Bailey. January 2nd, we'll probably do a show. We hadn't really nailed that down, but that'll crank up the new season of the Fun Fan. Is that a Friday?
Might have to be a morning edition.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. So look for us. But once it gets posted, it's posted. Hope you enjoyed the show. It's never fun to lose, but there's too much fun around bowl games to be sad. It's already about next year and the parking. All right, the parking and the tailgating for next year. We can start strategizing. We look forward to some basketball and baseball, is right around the corner. So you never know. Thanks again for checking us out. Don't forget to click subscribe on the Fun Fans Podcast YouTube channel, as well as your favorite podcast platform. Follow us on social media and please share. On behalf of the Fun Fans Podcast, Jay Thriller Entertainment, Greenville Sports Media, and Bailey Jackson.
Hey, Happy New Year, everybody. Be safe.
Go Tigers and Happy New Year.
Go Tigers always.